Welcome to the Cortex, a Kendallville Public Library makerspace. This video will train you to use the MakerBot Replicator, a 3D printer, which requires certification. To use the 3D printer, you will need to provide a file you have created with one of the following extensions: .stl, .obj, or .thing. You may bring your file into the Cortex on a flash drive, or download it via email. Open the MakerBot software on the laptop by double-clicking on MakerBot Desktop. Make sure Prepare is highlighted on the black bar at the top of the screen. Click Add File and navigate to your file using Windows Explorer. When you open your file, the object will be placed in the viewing area. You may use the options on the left of the screen to change the view, move, rotate, and scale the object. Holding the middle scroll wheel on the mouse and moving the cursor will pan the screen. Holding the right mouse button and moving the cursor will rotate the view around the object. Clicking with the left mouse button on an object will select it. When your object is positioned and scaled, you are now ready to adjust the print settings. Click on Settings in the upper right-hand corner next to the Add File option. Here you may change the quality of the print. A higher quality will take longer to print than a lower quality. Raft must be checked for this particular 3D printer, or the object will not stick to the build plate. Supports are necessary if your object has an overhang, such as the beak or the wings of the hummingbird shown at the end of this video. A layer height of 0.10 millimeters will give you a good quality in a reasonable amount of time. The infill is the amount of supported material inside of the object. The number of shells determine how many layers thick the outside wall of your object will be. These settings will have a large impact on the quality and the time it takes to print your object. The recommended extruder temperature for printing is 230 degrees Celsius. The material used is MakerBot PLA, polylactic acid, which is made from renewable resources such as cornstarch, tapioca root, or sugar cane. When you have finished modifying your settings, click OK. The object is ready to be printed. To get the 3D printer prepared to print, first check the blue tape on the build plate. If the tape appears damaged, please notify a staff member. Now the build plate will need to be leveled. To do this, navigate to Utilities using the knob and press the knob to enter Utilities. Select Level Build Plate, then Start Assisted Leveling. The extruder will heat to 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not touch the extruder tip. The prompts will instruct you to tighten the knobs on the bottom of the build plate 2 to 3 full turns. Once leveling is complete, click Continue by pressing the navigation knob. The machine will prompt you again when it is time to adjust the build plate. Read the directions as prompted, turning the front knob slowly in the direction stated by the machine until the light turns on. Click Continue when prompted. Repeat these steps, turning the front knob and the side knobs until the leveling process has finished. After the plate has been leveled, it's time to load the filament. Push the tab to release the filament tray and gently pull up. Insert the filament wheel color of your choice onto the tray, with the loose end of the filament on the right side. Insert the filament into the short end of the tube and continue pushing it through until the filament extends through the tube and out the other end. Push the same tab to release the tray and gently lower the tray back into position. Back on the MakerBot menu, select the Back button to return to the main menu. Then choose Filament and then Load Filament. When the prompts instruct you, gently insert the filament into the extruder. The extruder will grab the filament and begin to pull it through. Let go and wait for the filament to extrude through the bottom and onto the plate. When it is stopped, pull off the excess filament. Once the filament has been loaded, go back to the computer and click Print in the upper right-hand corner of the MakerBot desktop software. This will show you the estimated print time and also give you a print preview option. Click Start Print when you're ready to begin the printing process. This is the perfect time to pick out a good book and wait for your print to finish. When your print has finished, gently use the spatula to pry your object off of the build plate, being careful not to rip the paper or break your brand new print. Now it's time to unload the filament. On the MakerBot menu, select Filament and then choose Unload. Wait for the machine prompts and then gently pull the filament from the extruder. Remove the filament wheel from the machine. Cut off the rough end of the filament and put it back with the other wheels. Turn the scale on and push the button on the back to change it from pounds to grams. Weigh your object in grams and pay at the front desk.